Well, here's the first update on the Buick. We got new calipers and hoses on. Brakes work. Well, I think they do. Well, we bled them. Seems to be, working. Trying to change out the coolant hoses and the coolant. This thing had this, I don't know, hardware store plastic weird hose on it that I wasn't a real big fan of. Has the valve from a hardware store. I'm not a big fan of that. I was told that if you close it, the car overheats. That's handy. I'm assuming that valve's in there because the heat's stuck on. Guess we'll find out, but I'm taking it out because what's the point of it if you close it, the car overheats. So let's get rid of that. I expected this to kind of be easy. Then I found out that lower hose, the one with the ball valve in it, goes into the abyss behind the AC evaporator core. So it turns out, I guess on Novas and such, you have to drop the fender well to get to the heater hose, which I started to do. Hey, look, there it is. So at least I found the clamp. So I'm going to take the rest of this out, change that hose to a normal heater hose, which goes from just the heater to the motor like it should. Change the thermostat. The upper hose is decked, so we're going to change that. The lower hose isn't any better. This little bypass hose is also decked, so we're going to change that. Found some air conditioning parts. I'm just test fitting this Edelbrock on here. She's not a fan of it yet, but the Quadrajet is right up to the top of the hood, and it doesn't have the proper hookups for the kickdown cable and such. This Edelbrock does, and I had it laying around, and I'm pretty sure it's good. So I'm going to try and convince her to put that on there. Also gives you some hood clearance. So I can put something other than the Profo or ProFlow, whatever, air cleaner on it, which I don't think was flowing too good because it was smashed against the top of the hood, and those breathe to the top. So I think it'll run a lot better with a normal air cleaner on it and the Edelbrock carburetor. Let's see what else is different on here. Not much else yet. Changed both side calipers. Can't see that. Oh well. She got the other tires mounted, so it has 4 new tires on it now. I checked the drums. The passenger side's fine. The driver's side, the wheel seal's blown out on, so we gotta change the seal, pull the axle out, because the brakes are soaked in gear oil and such. But I want to try driving around the block first, so we're going to let her have fun with that. At least take it out and drive it for a little bit before I got to tear the axle out of it. So I'm going to try and get it running here for the weekend, see what happens. The radiator is filled with an oily sludge mixture, so the thing probably has popped head gaskets, but we're going to change the coolant just to make sure. See if the new coolant gets crappy. Not really too optimistic about that. It probably has bad head gaskets. But yeah, that's where we're at for now. See what happens. Oh, forgot to ask him. Turn the battery tray, because that's decked. New one's coming in from eBay. Tried charging the Optima. It became the temperature of the sun, started shooting smoke out of these vents. The amusing thing is that even after it was off the charger for 4 hours or so, it was still hot to the touch and was still shooting hotness out of the vents. So I don't think the battery's good. Have to get one of them. But there you go. There's the update for tonight.